Don't judge, don't worry, don't waste. Instead, realize that repair in me makes life better for me. In some ways, I believe we're like this chair. It's a nice chair. We try, whenever we show up at work like this chair, to put on a nice show for people. We want people to see that we have our life together. We may even add a few accessories. And so here we are trying to do life. And you know what? When we're young, it's like, yes, we're naive. But as we start to get older, as we try to step into the person that we feel like we were made to be, when we try to find significance, security, and satisfaction in life, something happens. Someone happens. Something happens to us where it comes along and it hits us. And suddenly, some of you, you're like, oh, I didn't realize there was a leg missing. Others of you were like, somebody's trying to pull a prank on Ben. They took that leg out. Okay, I hope he sees that. Hope he doesn't see it. It's missing something. The chair needs repair. I think we all know that we're not perfect. That we have some areas of our life that aren't quite right. Just like this chair. And you know what the tendency is when things happen like that? When something comes along and knocks us over, our tendency is like, who bumped the chair? Who was it? Who knocked me out of place? Why did you do that to me? I know I'm not perfect, but man, why'd you have, I was set here so nice. Why did you have to bump the chair? What's the chair made to do? Not be bumped, okay? No. The chair has a purpose, just like you do. And the purpose is to hold something or someone. And so here's what we do. We start to look around at who bumped the chair. And when that doesn't make us feel satisfied or significant enough, we start comparing our issue with the issues we see around. Well, at least I'm not like that chair over there. And you know, that chair, that upholstery is from 1970. Clearly, they need some work. Look at this. This is fresh and new and relevant. And so we try to wrap our life in relevance. You know what else we end up doing? We end up spending a lot of our time worrying. We worry about things like we're trying to help other people, and we're like, oh, we're worried. We're like, I know the chair looks good, but I'm worried if anybody sits here, it's not going to be good. And so we try to move our life around. Maybe we pretend that there's really no problem, that really we're fine, just don't sit in the chair, okay? And so we put a smile on, and everything's going to be great. And you know what? But all the while, we know that there's an issue under the surface that we don't want anybody to see because we want everybody to think we're fine. Sometimes people come to the conclusion at the end of the day that they're just a waste, that their life doesn't matter. And so the best bet is just, how do we survive without a leg in the chair? And how do we cope with all of this? And the reality is, you know what the chair needs? If we are the chair, repair in me makes life better for me. But we spend most of our time looking at comparing ourselves, evaluating, judging, worrying about all of this stuff out here that we might miss what God wants to do here.